Even if the situation here in Kyrgyzstan is a bit more relaxed than some of the other countries of the region, the fairly consistent message we received from human rights defenders from all the countries represented here was that governments are tightening up on human rights defenders and NGOs. We hope that this tendency will be reversed, and we are hoping to also work with the government of Kyrgyzstan, and I believe we will be doing so, in order to find ways to ensure that civil society has more freedom to do the essential work that it does. In this country, there have been some actions against journalists, particularly last year, and we know that that has had what we regard as an unfortunate effect of making some media outlets and journalists feel muzzled, and that means that they are less free to do the work that is so important. I was happy to see that the President recently made a statement on human rights in general, but particularly stressing the value he put on freedom of expression, and I think that's very good. Moreover, we were also happy to see that he retracted some civil suits for defamation against some journalists, and we are hoping that this will be the first of other measures that will be taken to put some pressures on the media. I visited Mr. Askarov in prison, and we had a brief exchange with him. I understand that it is an extremely sensitive case in Kyrgyzstan, and I also am aware that the UN Human Rights Committee had a strong belief that the man was tortured. I think that is a matter for Kyrgyz to deal with. They made their recommendation. Now it is up to the authorities and Mr. Askarov and the judicial system to decide on what happens next. I'm aware that under constitutional amendments that were passed not long ago, all references to human rights were taken out. I have to say that, speaking personally, I find that regrettable. However, that doesn't change the commitments and the obligations that the government of Kyrgyzstan has, because it has, quite rightly, it has signed no less than 7 of the 9 international human rights treaties, and it has obligations under those, regardless of the constitutional amendments.